in the concept of Contract Act, consideration means involvement of money. So here, price is considered as the consideration. If I am filing a case on him about 10 crores, then it will be national commission. From 1 crore to 10 crores, it will be state commission. If it is below than 1 crore means it is a district forum. Question paper pattern will be in such a way that when it is a paper is 100 marks, 40 marks is for internals, and 60 marks will be the paper where we are going to write your descriptive. Warm welcome to 4th Sem BCom student. The subject we are going to discuss business, regulatory and framework. In this subject, we are going to learn the concepts of Contract Act, Sale of Goods Act and Consumer Protection Act, FEMA Act, and Environment Protection Act and Economic Law. These are the acts which we are going to learn in depth here, and we are going to understand which are the things we have to follow and how it supports us in certain cases when we are facing certain issues in the business concept, either maybe the offerer or offeree, or a consumer or a buyer or a seller, or the entire surrounding environment because of the environment or spoiling the which is creating more pollution in the sector. So now for all these things we are going to learn one by one in this subject and understand how it supports us, and if we do any mistake or if anything happens here, how the law will make applicable of penalty for the business in certain concepts. So they're going to penalize the business on certain things when we do some mistakes in the business sector, and which may spoil the entire society. For that reason, we should know each and every concept before doing any type of business. I am Professor Rajesh LR from Department of Commerce and Management, from Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. The agenda of today's session is we're going to learn about the introduction of the subject. As I said that in this concept, we're going to learn Contract Act, Sale of Goods Act, Economic Law Act, Consumer Protection Act, Competition Act, FEMA Act, Cyber Security. Every concept we're going to learn in depth, and we're going to understand each and every concept which are required for our business sector. The syllabus we are going to discuss, we have totally 5 units over here. In this 5 units, how you can make concentration on all the 5 minutes I have to make, or how it supports for me for the examination to score the good marks and achieve the center marks. For that, we are going to discuss each and every concept easily, where we can understand for the business as well for to get through the examination also. The syllabus we have here, as I said here, we have 5 units we have here. The first unit is called Indian Contract Act of 1872. The second unit here, the Sale of Goods Act 1930, what we have. And the next one, unit 3, will be Competition and Consumer Law, and the 4th unit, Economic Law, and the 5th one, Environment and Cyber Law. These are the different concepts we're going to learn in business regulatory framework, which is required for our businesses to know that what type of things we are facing in the business, if we are facing some difficulties, and if we don't know certain things also we have to understand before doing any business concepts, like having contract with the third party, how to complete that contract, and if we couldn't complete that what have to face and how they're going to sue us. And if we know these concepts, we can avoid that one, and even with whom I can enter for the contract, or what type of sales are there, what is called unpaid seller, and what is sale, agreement to sell, different terminologies, whatever we're going to learn every concept in the syllabus and understand the business sector. Unit 1, as we said that it is Indian Contract Act 1872. In this one, we're going to learn some definitions which are required for the concept of contract and how many different types of terms are there. So which are the terms is required for our examination and even for our future business purpose here. What is called essentials of valid contract? If I want to call a contract is valid, valid means perfect and the contract can be executed. If I want to call that one, so here we are going to learn which are the points which is required for us. For that, offer and acceptance should be there. Consideration in the concept of contract act, consideration means involvement of money. So here price is considered as the consideration. Next, contractual capacity, free consent, classification of contract and discharge of a contract, breach of a contract and remedies to breach of a contract. If anything breaks happens in the contract and what are the remedies are they, we are going to learn in this Indian Contract Act. Even we are going to learn contractual capacity is nothing but capacity of the person with whom I can make the contract. Like for certain people are there a lunatic, insolvent, minor. So here, can I make the contract with these people or not? I should not make the contract with these three type of parties because they're not competent capacity having to complete the contract or to execute the contract. So before making any contract, I should know the capacity of the contract. Next, we have here the Sale of Goods Act 1930. In this concept, we are going to learn the definition concept of sale, agreement to sell, and even certain terms like what are called conditions, warranties, and what is transfer, ownership, non-owner, exceptions, what we have here, performance, unpaid seller, rights of unpaid seller, and against the buyer. So now, in this concept, whatever we are going to discuss here, it's supposed in the present scenario for the young entrepreneurs, they should not get in trouble while doing their business activities. For them, it is going to support in all the concepts and which makes them to be successful in their way of business and even succeed in their life if they understand the concepts easily. And here, in this conditions and warranties, so what are the conditions are there? What is called implied conditions, implied warranties we're going to learn, and even we're going to learn what is the difference between sale, hire purchase, sale, agreement to sell. Like this, we're going to learn some concepts which can understood the difference between the terms, whatever we are going to face in the future, like contract of work, labor. What is the difference between the sale and contract of work, labor? It is totally two different terms what we have here. So we have to understand and we have to then execute the work. So it reduces the burden on the shoulder of the business person or the entrepreneur or the investor to know and make the business easily and successfully in the market. The third concept we are going to learn here, competition and consumer law. So we should know that one. In this part here, the Competition Act 2002 and what are the objectives and features of the act are there? What type of offences and penalties are going to levy by the government for the misusing or doing some trouble or defective concepts in the business sector. And even we are going to learn the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. So in this act, we are going to learn what are the rights of the consumer and what is the responsibility of the consumer, what is the duty of the consumer. And if anything happens in his life, like if there is any supply of defective product or if there is any defective goods has been damaged in his life, so then how to get sue of the seller. So means nothing but I want to file a case on the seller here. If I want to file a case, what are the terms and conditions are they? So which are the documents are required for me and where I want to file that one. How many people are there who are going to support in the market? Means like any departments are there or any association is there, like forum is there. We should know that one and where I want to file and how I can file. For that, we have a district forum, state commission and national commission where I can file a case based on the case value we have to file that one. Like if it is earlier for district forum, it was 20 lakhs. And next it was 20 lakhs to 1 crore and above 1 crore was National Commission. But now for district forum, it is 1 crore and here from 1 crore to 10 crores, above 10 crores will be National Commission. If I want to sue any seller or the manufacturer for the defect product what he has sold in the market, if I am filing a case on him above 10 crores, then it will be National Commission. From 1 crore to 10 crores, it will be State Commission. If it is below than 1 crore means it is a district forum. Through district forum, I can file a case on the manufacturer. So these things we're going to learn in the Consumer Protection Act, and even what are the rights of the consumer, we are going to understand clearly, and which we are going to use it in our life. If anything, we are going to face the problem in the upcoming days. Next, we have here economic law. That is, what is world trade patent rules are there when we are doing some, inventing some new part here. So what is the world trade patent rules are there, and Indian Patent Act 1970, how it supports us for the intellectual property rights. And if I want to get the patent for the inventions and the non-inventions, whatever I've made, so what type of procedure are to be followed and how to follow that one, and what are the conditions will be levied or lied on the things, concept, whatever we are doing here. And even we're going to learn about FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act here, and how it supports us and how benefit we are getting from the FEMA here after the new inventions in the nation, and who are called our authorized dealer, currency, foreign exchange, foreign security. Every concept will be understood in a simple way. And next one we have here, environment and cyber law. In this unit, we are going to learn how to protect the environment, and if there is, we are spoiling any environment concept here, what type of the government is going to levy the penalty, or it is going to seize our business for spoiling the entire environment or the society. For that reason, I should know that one, to control the environment and what are the objectives of the act it is there, and what type of environment pollution, hazardous substance means what, who is called occupier, and powers of central government to protect the environment in India, what is called cyber law, and what are the cyber security and cyber space we are going to learn here. It is very simple and where we can understand and can write the concepts easily. In the skill development, from the day one, if you start writing the concepts either in the blue book or in a practical record, it supports you for the examination and where you can secure center marks easily. Here we are going to discuss the case related to Caril and Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, and we are going to discuss a case called Mohiri Baby and Dharmo Das Ghosh, and we are going to discuss case law relating to the minor and state the procedure getting patent for inventions and non-inventions, whatever we have here. And next one, at least 5 items which can be categorized as hazardous substance according to the Environment Protection Act. We have to list only 5 items here and list out any top upcoming jobs in the cyber security and examine the skills required for the same. So means what type of jobs are available in the cyber security, and we should know what type of skills it should be there for the person to enter over there, and if there is any other activities for related to the subject what we are discussing will be discussed in the upcoming sessions and will be given support for all the students to go through this one and get through in the examination as well as in their future life. Question paper pattern will be in such a way that when it is a paper is 100 marks, 40 marks is for internals and 60 marks will be the paper where we are going to write your descriptive. And in the part A, part B and part C we have total 60. Part A is 10 marks. Part B is 20 marks and part C is 30 marks. And here they're going to ask 7 questions where I have to write only 5 questions. And here they're going to ask 4 questions where I have to write only 2 questions. And here they're going to ask 4 questions where I have to write only 2 questions. So this makes us to clear the paper with the center marks. Now, from the unit 1, there'll be 2 questions for 2 marks, 1 for 10 marks and 1 for 15 marks. Means from this chapter, 2 marks, 10 marks and 15 marks. 2 questions, 1 question will be there from this chapter compulsorily. And from the unit 2, 2 marks, 10 marks, 15 marks. There will be 2 questions, 1 question will be there. And here 10 marks, 1 question, 15 marks, 1 question. And here 2 marks, 1 question, 10 marks and 15 marks. 1 question will be there and it is 0. Unit 5, 2 marks, 10 marks and 15 marks. And here we are going to have 1 question and here we are going to have 1 question here. So if you understand the concepts easily and which chapter I have to give more concentration and learn the concept for the examination. And if I want to have success in my business, I want to learn all the 5 units for the successing in the growth of the business sector. Thank you to all 4th Sem BCom students. Now, in today's session, we have discussed about business regulatory framework, where we are going to discuss certain act clearly and understand the concepts for the examination point of view and for business sector. Namaste to all.